Yeah, 1920 by 1080, 240 hertz is cool, but bro, if I were to tell you something, this monitor right here, if you guys could guess in the comment section right now of how many hertz you think this monitor has. How many hertz do you think this monitor has? Let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna tell you in 3, 2. This monitor has 200 hertz. This monitor at 3440 by 1440p has 200 hertz.
Push the button. Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
All right, so here we go. The true question is gaming on an ultra-wide curved monitor actually the thing to do in 2022? And I'm here to tell you, yes. If you're not gaming, if you don't have a monitor that is curved, 35 inches at least, and pretty much a 3440 by 1440p monitor, I don't know what to tell you. You're not doing it right. Yeah, 1920 by 1080, 240 hertz is cool, but bro, if I were to tell you something, this monitor right here, if you guys could guess in the comment section right now of how many hertz you think this monitor has. How many hertz do you think this monitor has? Let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna tell you in 3, 2. This monitor has 200 hertz. This monitor at 3440 by 1440p has 200 hertz. Now, this is the Asus ROG Swift PGQ PG35VQ. I still can't keep up with the names, the numbers, the letters. Like, it's all over the place when it comes to monitors and, you know, their names and stuff. But this monitor is 35 inches and pretty much has the dimensions of an ultra-wide capability, if you get what I'm saying. So, instead of playing on a smaller screen, meaning like 16 by 9, you're playing on a 21 by 9 ratio, meaning it'll look a little bit more wider when you're gaming. So, for instance, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, whenever you're playing a game, if you notice, your eyeballs are usually looking like this. You don't really turn your head like this too much if you're playing on a smaller monitor. Meaning, I actually have a couple monitors here if you're playing on a smaller monitor. But if you're playing on an ultra-wide monitor, for instance, like right here, you're going to have to look around like this. And that's because it's curved. Now, I can go on and on about this monitor in general, okay? This monitor also has HDR capability at 1000. This monitor also has G-Sync HDR10 at 1000 HDR. That is crazy. Now, usually standard HDR, when you go up in price of monitors, they usually range from 400 to 800 to 600. And, you know, when you get all the way up there, you're at 1000. I think they even go up even higher at like 1600, depending on how much you're really trying to spend on that much beef in your monitor. Now, HDR is pretty much its high dynamic range. If you notice, a lot of cameras, when you're taking pictures and taking video and stuff like that, it can balance out your highlights and your contrast and all that good stuff. I don't want to go too in-depth in high dynamic range because that's not what this video is about. But pretty much, if you think about it, just playing a game like Assassin's Creed on very high settings and the game looking absolutely beautiful. A lot of monitors have capabilities to where you can make the game look amazing. Also, not to mention, for all my competitive gamers that probably think this monitor is not for you because it's too big in size and, you know, the latency is probably too high, this monitor is actually 2 milliseconds of latency. 2 milliseconds. That's absolutely insane. Now, most competitive monitors, you can get 1 millisecond gray to gray. This monitor is 2 milliseconds gray to gray, which is actually insane. Not to mention, it is an IPS panel. For all my people that know what that means, IPS is true color. It's going to be a monitor not only for gaming, but for workflow as well. Meaning, if you're editing something on, you know, YouTube for your YouTube video, or Premiere Pro, or photography, or whatever, this monitor is going to show you the true 100% RGB color ratio. Just put it that way. And not to mention, again, it's curved, bro. It's a curved monitor. Like, look at this damn thing. Like, it's curved. You can't beat that, right? I have been using this monitor for about a year and a half now. And the realism in this monitor is absolutely insane. I can't go back to it. I can't switch to a 1920 by 1080p monitor. The only downside I have about this monitor is it's too powerful. Meaning, the pixels, they're kind of like 4K. Actually, it's more than 4K. So, like, if I were to pick up a 4K 60 monitor for whatever price and play, this monitor is actually going to take up more resources in my GPU. Now I run a 2070 Super. A 2070 Super is actually great for this monitor because it's gonna do enough to where it's gonna give you great high frame rate. You might not be able to get high FPS on high settings with this monitor just because it's gonna take up so much power. You might have to bring the resolution down a little bit if you want to go from 130 FPS to like 200 FPS. But I mean, it's all up to you. 3440 by 1440p is great. It's gonna look sharp. The game's gonna look sharp. It's not like it's 1920 by 1080 where the game is kind of sharp but not really. You're bumped up to 1440p, which is pretty much fake 4K because it's 3440 by 1440p. If you get what I'm saying. Now this monitor here is gonna range you about. Now this monitor here, if you guys are considering buying this monitor, it's gonna range you about $2,000. Now when I first bought it, I bought it when it came out at $2,500. To me, that was expensive because when I got it, I was like, holy crap, I cannot break this monitor. And I was scared of, even playing on it because honestly, the desk that I use, the desk that I have, is not capable of holding this big monitor. This monitor is about 42 pounds. Depending on if you're adding the stand on it. For me, I mount this monitor on a stand on my actual desk. That's how heavy it is. Now, one time, we're not going to really talk about this too much, but the monitor actually was so heavy that the back of my desk actually folded in and almost literally broke my monitor. It was that heavy. So now I'm like extra careful with my monitor setup. I make sure everything's good. I make sure my desk is stable and stuff like that. So if you guys actually do somehow consider buying this monitor, please be careful. It's very expensive. Like I said again, gaming on this monitor is actually a dream. Now gaming on this monitor is absolutely a dream come true. The best viewing experience, the best gaming experience you're going to have is playing on this monitor. It is very expensive. Some people might not have the budget for it, but if you guys want the best capability of gaming, the best specs when it comes to looking in style while you're gaming, this is the monitor to pick up. That's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What monitor do you guys have? Are you guys interested in upgrading your monitor? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And I'm out. And that being said, that's it for this video. Let's get it. YouTube 2021.